The Vaadwaur are attacking ships in the Orlitis system. The Romulans are sending the Lisette to assist them, and I want you to back them up. There's something interesting
Glad to have you by our side. This is one of the systems marked for further examination during your work with Subcommander Seyhen. I'm not sure what the Vaadwaur are up to here, but they're fighting like demons. They're attacking a small group of Alliance vessels. More hostile ships are on the way. I propose we divide and conquer. The Lisette will fly ahead and catch any incoming ships, while you free our trapped allies. Your thoughts?
Now the Vaadwaur will know the fury of the Gaul.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have
Thanks for the help.
Target shields have failed.
veins!
A large Vaadwaur fleet just arrived. This is our chance to strike before they retreat.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Salan, Chief Intelligence Officer for the Lisette. I regret to inform you that the Vaadwaur now control the ship. The bridge is lost, and we are locked out of most internal sensors. However, I managed to access a secure comm channel before the security codes were changed, and have located a safe location for transport. I have sent the coordinates to your ship. Without your assistance, the Lisette and her crew will be lost.
The ship is swarming with Vaadwaur soldiers. Our security forces are attempting to engage them, but as of yet, we have not made significant gains. I am unable to contact other members of the senior staff, but I believe they are still alive. Very coincidental, really. Our current situation is remarkably similar to my invasion scenario 4591. When you are ready, we can go over our plan of attack. The Vaadwaur are jamming transporters and communications. My holodeck simulations determined the commander's quarters is one of the places where interference would be the weakest, allowing me to bring in outside help. The other areas, if you are curious, are the secondary control room, storage room 10 beneath engineering, and, well, I shall leave the final one a surprise. Scenarios, plural. I have gone through several hundred holodeck simulations of various factions attempting to board the Lisette. As the designated intelligence officer, it is important I know what to do in every scenario. The Vaadwaur simulation is incomplete, but they are acting in accordance to several other scenarios. If you are wondering, I do have a scenario that deals with your crew boarding us. I would enjoy talking to you sometime about how to improve your vulnerabilities. We need to retake several key areas of the ship. The security team here will capture the bridge. Meanwhile, your team should storm the med bay, which we are very close to. Dr. Kratark should be there. After that, we must retake the armory to prevent the Vaadwaur from resupplying. In the majority of my scenarios, Lieutenant Tyrell is there making a stand against the invaders. From there, we need to see whether the Vaadwaur perform like Scenario 4591 or Scenario 3291, though perhaps they may surprise us and be more like 6895. My apologies. We do not have time for my idle speculation. Any questions? I will remain here until we have recovered the majority of this deck. If your crew should be killed in action, I will need to remain free and contact another ship for aid. It's not my place to get my hands dirty in this, especially not after the incident in Scenario 2792.
You must stop this meaningless massacre! Consider the balance!
That's the one who defied Gaul! Kill them all!
You have my thanks. Such reckless slaughter! Thank you for the rescue. The Vaadwaur have no respect for anything other than their own selfish goals. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you any further. I am just a civilian scientist, not a trained killer, a trained soldier like you. I'll wait here until everything has settled down, unless you believe there is something I can do. Yes. That is more than acceptable. I will not fight, but I can help restore the balance by helping others. I will attempt to stabilize anyone who needs help here, and then await word from you or the doctor that the medbay is safe.
Do your worst. You're amateurs compared to the Tal Shiar. I will not sit by and let you take this ship. Thank you. Let's get to work. Glad to see you, but if you came here instead of the bridge, it means you're following a plan made by Gaius and his scenarios. The equipment here is still operational. I'll begin treating the wounded. There's a console nearby you can use to contact the security team heading to the bridge. I've watched enough of Gaius and his scenarios to know that he would never count on a single team's success. He'd send someone else to the bridge. And I also know he's made a few modifications to almost every console on the ship, including that one. Nothing happens in my med bay without my knowledge.
Good timing. We're about to storm the bridge. We'll keep the channel open during the assault. I'll contact you again after we have control.
What makes you think you will succeed where others have failed? You should have taken Gaul's offer.
I imagine we both overheard the same thing. Very curious. I've run simulations where the security team failed, but none like this. We should continue with the plan. We have this area secure, and you are the only mobile unit still available. If you can recover Zhu and her team in the armory, we will have another opportunity to retake the ship.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power. Thanks for the help, I guess. We should talk strategy. Bah! Vaadwaur. I'll take down every last one of them, I swear it. Nobody makes me look like a fool. I guess I'll let you deal with a few. I can't be in two places at once. We have problems in the brig and in engineering. Zionel and his team are pinned down in engineering, and Commander Jirok and Sub-Commander Merrill are in the brig. I'm going to head engineering. If the Vaadwaur get control of the Singularity, we're done. Think you could secure the brig? Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
Viking damage detected.
Disable the security grid, and we can get out of here.
Thank you. What's the situation? You're a welcome sight. I was on the bridge. We were attacked by just one Vaadwaur, but he was different, stronger, unstoppable. He wiped out our security team, but he knocked Var and me out. Put us here for questioning. What's happening? Do we have control of the bridge? Is Zynel there? If he and Zhu can hold engineering while we take the bridge, we can take control of the ship and then clean up the Vaadwaur from there. I'll still need some time to recover. You and Sub-Commander Merrill should head to the bridge. I'll stay here and monitor the situation. Be on your guard. The Vaadwaur that took that bridge shrugged off our attacks like they were nothing. He won't go down easily. I've dealt with worse. I'm just not particularly mobile at the moment. I'd just slow you down. Secure the bridge, but watch out for that Vaadwaur. He's like a force of nature.
Commander Jirok requires our assistance.
He's gone. Strange. Excellent work. We have control of the ship's life support, navigation, and weapons systems again. According to the logs, the Vaadwaur leader was attempting to open fire on your ship. Doesn't look like he could get past Lieutenant Salon's security algorithm. I'll handle things up here, but could you use that console to contact Lieutenant Terrell? Tell her to scramble her security teams and find that Vaadwaur.
If you want to live, you'll give me what I want.
I've survived worse than you.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Was this all a trick to lure us away from engineering? What are they trying to... No, he couldn't. I fear the worst. If the Vaadwaur is in engineering, he could turn off the shielding protecting the Singularity Core. Without containment, the Singularity will implode.
This way. Narwhal and I have a plan. Very predictable. If the Vaadwaur can't use the Lisette to attack other ships, they will make a statement by destroying us with our own singularity. I've analyzed the data from other teams fighting the Vaadwaur. It's pointless for you to try to fight him. Your weapons are inadequate for the task. However, Narwhal has come up with an interesting theory that may work. The vents in the Singularity Core carry a modified version of plasma. I'm not cleared to give you all the details, but the Lisette is testing several advances that have not been provided to other ships in the fleet at this time. Narwhal believes direct exposure to this modified plasma may create a vulnerability in the Vaadwaur. I believe this plan has a low chance of success, but it is the best option we have. If you can lure the Vaadwaur beneath the vents, Narwhal and I will overload them, causing the plasma to cover the Vaadwaur and weaken him. You'll have one more problem to deal with before that, however. The Vaadwaur has erected a shield around the Singularity Core. Very smart, I must say. No one will be able to affect him when he is inside. You must trick him into dropping that shield. I suggest playing towards the Vaadwaur's pride. That is usually the surest way to convince someone to make a suboptimal move. Once that is done, lure the Vaadwaur beneath one of the vents. We'll activate the plasma, and then you can properly knock out our friend. Are you ready? That was the first thing I tried when I arrived. There is something preventing us from locking transporters onto any of the Vaadwaur. Not uncommon, really. I have observed that many Starfleet officers also carry devices that prevent them from being randomly transported. If I find a way around the transporter block, I'll do as you ask.
Your ship is doomed!
You made it. A shame. We had hoped you would be neutralized by now. But you show an unusual resilience. Perhaps that's why Gaul made his generous offer. You're too late to stop what is happening. The Singularity Core's overload has already begun. You will all be destroyed by your greatest weapon. It's almost poetic, really. Ah, my pride as a Vaadwaur. That's good. Very good. This is simply the most efficient way. I could kill you all one at a time, but I have better things to do. Interesting. But will you abandon the Lisette, or will you stay until the last glorious second to try and save it? Regardless, I will admit you make a point. You've survived too many of your previous encounters for me to leave anything to chance. I will enjoy seeing the last bit of life leave your eyes.
Vulnerable to the plasma. Focus your fire.
He's recovering. Lure him back beneath one of the pipes.
He's vulnerable to the plasma. Focus your fire.
It's time to finish this!
It'll take more than that to kill me. I will not be stopped.
We need a better solution.
I've got just the thing.
was that thing?
I don't know, but we need a better way to fight it.
I'll get to work.
We will not forget what you did for us. Lieutenant Ceylon will work with Nerl to learn more about this Vaadwaur. If there are more out there like him, we're going to need more than luck to fight them. We need to know more. Why was this Vaadwaur practically invincible? He wasn't like any of the others we faced helping the Kobali or the Toray. I hope we can help find an answer. It's the least we can do.
Haven't taken a hit like that since Obasek and I were fighting the Tal Shiar. Gonna be sore in the morning. But the singularity is stabilized. That Vaadwaur tried to lock us out of the containment system, but he wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Thanks for your help. Next time we're in a firefight, I'll do more than just lay on the ground unconscious.
Thanks for the help with Vaadwaur, but we won't need it again. The next time, we'll be ready. I'm going to drill my security teams until they can deal with anything. The war between the Klingons and Starfleet ended and people got lazy. Time to get back in shape. Nice, isn't it? Honestly, there was an even chance that it would cause a massive explosion, crack the singularity core, and kill us all. I figured we'd be dead if we didn't try it, so why not give it a shot? Good thing it worked, huh?
Thank you for all your help. Without you, we would have lost the Lisette. It's unfortunate we couldn't capture the Vaadwaur alive for questioning. He was unlike anything I've ever seen. What made him so powerful? Nerl did manage to get a few scans. He's compiling a report on what he found, and your success with the plasma. We'll need to adapt. We can't count on throwing every Vaadwaur like him into a singularity core. We will handle the repairs. You should return to your ship when you are ready.
Commander Jirok, I have some preliminary data for you. The Vaadwaur gave off a modulated carrier wave every time he was attacked by an energy weapon. In effect, he reflected the energy outward as infrared radiation. Nowell and I are not yet clear on whether this is a product of biology or technology, but he did show strange isoboromine neurotransmitter activity. Regardless, this will give us a starting point to find vulnerabilities. I'll send on more findings as we complete them, and we should be able to adapt our weapons to be more effective in the future.
So, the Vaadwaur have some sort of super soldier to throw at us now. Wonderful. I've tasked some research groups to discover a way to fight these super Vaadwaur. With luck, we'll have tactics to use against them soon. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Starfleet intelligence believes the Vaadwaur have a hidden base in the Cartella system. I'd like you to investigate. A Hazari bounty hunter known for their skill at infiltration will be working with you on this. Good hunting. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Greetings. It is agreeable to work with you again. The Vaadwaur have greatly expanded their reach since Voyager first encountered them. Their military capabilities have developed at a rate that Starfleet Command finds troubling. An additional concern is that some leaders of the Vaadwaur supremacy have developed unusual physical characteristics. These individuals exhibit strength and resilience far beyond the norm for their species. The crew of the Lisette has shared their data of your previous encounter with one of the enhanced Vaadwaur with the Alliance. We have used it to devise several modifications to our weapons that may counteract their ability to reflect a portion of energy directed at them. I have provided the specifications to your crew, and they have already made the modifications to your weapons. However, these modifications are untested. It is unclear how much effect they will have. Not yet, but we have found a location that may have the answers we seek. Officially, Cartella is a defunct mining colony. However, intercepted messages indicate that the lower levels of the facility are being used by Supremacy leadership for an unknown purpose. Your mission will be to covertly enter the base and gather intelligence on the Vaadwaur. We have made arrangements with Yadren to provide you with equipment you will need to approach the system safely. The Hazari will provide a modified holo-emitter that should allow you to approach the planet. Holotechnology is unfamiliar to the Vaadwaur.
If you don't want to blow this whole deal, help me with these Vaadwaur!
Target shield has failed.
Thanks for the help, but don't expect a discount. I wouldn't have been in that mess if I hadn't been waiting here for you. I picked up this device called a holo-emitter from a big-eared fellow named Quinn. It's programmed to replicate the appearance of a Vaadwaur freighter. I don't know the specifics of this technology, but it works and I'm delivering it. That completes my contract. It was my own fault. I should have activated it before I entered the system, but hooking it into our power supply was more complicated than Quinn said it would be. Delta Quadrant tech has too many redundancies. Backups for your backups, and none of it matters because emergency power always fails in an emergency. Good luck. I'll wait here in case you make it back.
Voyager will remain here with Yadren. With your permission, I will beam over to your ship in order to coordinate the mission. We have arrived at Cartella Prime. Your engineers have installed the holo-emitter, and it is ready to activate at your command. We will need to infiltrate both automated and manual detection measures before we can reach transporter range of the planet. Our first task is to bypass the automated security perimeter. Excellent. Next, we will be challenged by orbital traffic control. Remember that the Vaadwaur are an aggressive species.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder may be malfunctioning. Please transmit your ship designation and...
Attention, unidentified ship. This is a restricted area. We have disabled your engines, and we are towing you to the edge of the Cartella system.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder may be malfunctioning. Please transmit your ship designation and flight plan.
Attention, unidentified.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder may be malfunctioning. Please transmit your ship designation and flight plan. You're cleared for docking, sir.
Now we must avoid detection from the Vaadwaur ships. The hollow emitter will be essential. The tunnels beneath the planet are protected by a subspace scattering field that our transporters cannot penetrate. I have found a safe location at the edge of this field, but once you beam down, you will need to make your way through the tunnels to the base itself. You are just outside of the Vaadwaur security perimeter. I have accessed their internal sensors, so I will provide you with tactical assistance throughout your mission. Be wary. There is a Vaadwaur patrol just ahead in the passage that crosses yours. Nearby, you should see a console. Use it to override the blast doors and trap the patrol. Be sure that the patrol is in the correct position before you activate the console, or this will fail. Logs at the facility indicate it is in poor repair and has suffered several mechanical mishaps. Use this to your advantage. Acts of sabotage that simulate equipment failures should not arouse suspicion. I am detecting a Vaadwaur patrol ahead. Maintain your position until they pass. You have triggered an automatic lockdown. Override it at the console ahead, but leave the door trapping the patrol locked. You are just outside of the Vaadwaur security perimeter. I have accessed their internal sensors, so I will provide you with tactical assistance throughout your mission. Be wary. There is a Vaadwaur patrol just ahead in the passage that crosses yours. Nearby, you should see a console. Use it to override the blast doors and trap the patrol. Be sure that the patrol is in the correct position before you activate the console, or this will fail. Logs at the facility indicate it is in poor repair and has suffered several mechanical mishaps. Use this to your advantage. Acts of sabotage that simulate equipment failures should not arouse suspicion. I am detecting a Vaadwaur patrol ahead. Maintain your position until they pass. That should keep the patrol occupied. I am detecting another group of Vaadwaur ahead. Access the security camera from the console nearby. If you overload that data tower, the Vaadwaur patrol will investigate. Program the door to seal them in.
Alert. Conduit malfunction on Level 2, Section Beta. Engineering teams, respond immediately.
Excellent. Proceed cautiously. There is a large drop ahead on your right. You will need a grapple gun to cross it. You will need to incapacitate all of the Vaadwaur ahead. Insert the anesthetizine gas canister I provided you in the environmental control console and alter the air composition.
Alert. Environmental control malfunction on Level 2, Section Delta 3. Engineering and medical teams, please respond.
There is a large drop ahead. You will have to rappel down. Traverse this cavern without the Vaadwaur seeing you and raising the alarm. To do so, you will need to use your grapple gun, as well as take advantage of anything in the environment. First, you will need to reach the support platform. Shoot a grapple across and then zipline down. Sneak up behind that guard and incapacitate him.
Personal shield losing power.
To advance further through the cave, you will need to disable the proximity sensors. That console should allow you to do so. Now, zipline to that outcropping. In order to exit this cavern without detection, you will need a distraction. We will need to move the Vaadwaur guards below and ahead of you, away from the next support structure. The rocks near you are unstable. Try to trigger a collapse. The way is clear for you to grapple to the next support structure. Make your way across the ledges to the outcropping near the next support structure. Grapple to the next support structure. Approach the guard and disable him. There are more guards at the other platform. Use your tricorder to reprogram the anti-personnel turrets near them to attack the Vaadwaur targets.
Attention! Malfunctioning turrets on Level 4, Section Beta 2. Security and engineering teams, report immediately to Level 4.
The walkway is offline. You will need to grapple across the gap. They are aware of your actions. You cannot delay. Sensors are reading something large blocking your route through the cavern. Activate the crane with the nearby controls to move it. Not much further. There is another grapple ahead. There should be a place where you can drop down just ahead of your current position. Now slip quietly out of the cavern before the Vaadwaur see you. I am detecting some unusual signals coming from below this area. You must reach the bottom of the caverns. I recommend you overload a console to create a diversion, and then trap the Vaadwaur guarding the area in a force field.
Intruder alert! Commander Gallic, please respond.
An intruder? I'll handle this.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Finally! Gallic? You will pay for killing Gallic!
What?
Was that thing? You saved my life. I don't know why, but I am grateful. What was that thing? It crawled out of the commander. Was it controlling him? Never. It's some kind of parasite, isn't it? What do you know? Do you believe other members of the Vaadwaur are infected by these beasts? Could all of our leaders be contaminated? I know my duty. I cannot allow you to wander freely through our compound, but I can't ignore this either. A temporary truce, then. I will accompany you, and if what you say is true, I must know how many of my people have been taken. I think it went down that passage over there. It went down one of the cracks in the rock. We'll have to deactivate that force field to pursue it.
It appears the creature has already left the area. I would recommend you scan the area with your tricorder. Perhaps it left a hormonal trace you can follow.
I didn't know these caves were so extensive. Only the highest leadership is allowed down here.
How did the Vaadwaur come into contact with the parasites in the first place? It has been many years since Starfleet encountered them.
I wonder how many of our leaders have been infected. Surely Gallic can't be the only one.
Based on Starfleet's previous encounters with the parasites, you should be extremely cautious. The creatures show remarkable cunning.
Give me an enemy I can confront face to face. This deception sickens me.
They are insidious. These creatures nearly ended the Federation. Although we have had our differences with the Vaadwaur, the Federation do not wish to see any species enslaved.
This area has always been off limits. I expected some kind of hive. But this is just a storage room. I see some of our stasis modules, which means there are soldiers who have not been rewoken. But the rest of this is just supplies. There's nothing here that will prove what you claim. Perhaps this infection was limited to just one man. What was that thing?
Wait, did you hear something?
Ah, I see you've met my little friends. They want to get to know you better.
What are you? How far has this infestation spread?
You have such a small mind. The joining will help. You will see everything we can be once we are brothers under the skin.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
You think you have bested me? Mere mortals. Pathetic. We will rise again, and you will know our true might.
This ends now. I cannot allow you to spread this infestation.
Vaadwaur are alerted to your presence. You must leave the facility. But the subspace scattering field is still in effect. Find the controls and disable them. Find the controls to the subspace scattering field and disable them.
Although you have helped the Vaadwaur people today, do not believe this makes us friends, or even allies. No, I must remain with my people. Perhaps I will discover more of what's really happening here.
Your activities on the surface have alerted the Vaadwaur to your presence. They are beginning to inspect the starships in orbit. I would recommend returning to the ship immediately. The information you discovered in the base is troubling. While Starfleet knew the neural parasites found on Earth sent a signal to deep space before they were destroyed, we never knew the destination of that signal. It very well may have been the Delta Quadrant. However, contemplating the ramifications of parasites among the Vaadwaur ranks must wait. The fleet protecting this planet has been alerted to our presence. It is only a matter of time before this vessel is discovered.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder codes are invalid. Security vessels are on their way. Please hold position and prepare to be boarded.
There is only a 0.008% chance that this ship will survive a direct confrontation. One last act of sabotage may be what is required. I propose we swap transponder codes with another vessel. Given the aggressiveness of the Vaadwaur, there is a 68.4% chance they will turn on one another. We can escape in the confusion.
guess that means the hollow emitter did its job. But it did work. Contract complete.
Excellent work. Now that we know at least some of the Vaadwaur have been taken over by the neuroparasites, we can form an appropriate plan of action. The one Vaadwaur who helped you, Commander Eldex, may be of assistance. It was clear that he was not aware of the corruption. With your permission, I will return to Voyager. There is much still to do before we will see the end of the Vaadwaur threat. Thank you again. Live long and prosper.
Neural parasites. That explains a lot. The enhanced physical abilities, maybe even their rapid return to power in the sector. If they follow previous patterns, the parasites will infect Vaadwaur in key leadership positions. The 2 overseers you took out might be the tip of the iceberg. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Our forces are stretched thin here. Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are putting a recruitment plan together, and they've requested your assistance. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Admiral Tuvok is in the conference room with the other members of the task force. Follow me, please. I'll take you to him. Seems like we're never gonna get you that tour. Sorry. The others are waiting for you in the conference room.
Let us begin. While the Kobali and the Benthans have agreed to join our alliance, there are many other races in the Delta Quadrant in a position to help us defeat the Vaadwaur. It will be up to us to show them the benefits of joining us. 7, I would like you to contact the Cooperative.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our offer. They have as much to lose as we do.
Neelix, your experience as a trader makes you an excellent choice to work with the Hazari.
The Hazari? This won't be easy, but I should be able to pull it off.
Captain Kim, we've arranged a meeting for you with the leaders of several Kazon sects.
I don't trust the Kazon, but I'll give it my best effort.
Doctor, you have experience with the hierarchy. I would like you to infiltrate one of their ships and learn more about how they make decisions.
Ooh, I have several new subroutines that will be perfect for this mission.
As for you, I would like you to visit the Toure and the Octanti, and then provide support to any of the others who require it. We need allies to turn the tide of this war. We cannot fail.
You can leave if you return to the transporter room, though there is some time to speak with the crew.
I never thought I'd be a spokesperson for this alliance myself. And to the Hazari! I guess all my time as a trader and ambassador made Admiral Tuvok think I was the right Talaxian for the job. Knowing that you and your crew have my back is a great relief. The Hazari are tough negotiators.
This is going to be interesting. I've never really tested my field intelligence subroutines, but Admiral Tuvok assures me they will perform well. He has been assisting me with the programming, and I've made an extensive study of intelligence and information gathering on my own. I may require you to interact with the hierarchy and make the alliance offer to them. If they think it's the best financial option, they may agree to join us.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our alliance. I foresee no problems and should not require your assistance. I will inform you if the situation changes.
The Kazon are argumentative and difficult. Getting them on our side will be tricky. I'll be negotiating with the leaders of 5 of the clans. While I hope to bring them all on board, I'll be happy if we get 1 or 2. The Rhode Island is a tough ship, but I'd be grateful if you could bring your ship to the negotiations. The Kazon respect a show of force, and your ship might be just the thing we need to sway them to our side.
The Toure and the Octanti have worked with us in the past. You should not find it difficult to make a convincing case for a renewed alliance.
Ready to beam you back to your ship, sir.
That's close enough. This is restricted space, and you're not welcome. We don't need your advice. Our Voth allies are more than strong enough to help us. Very well. Ambassador Norik will speak with you now. Don't waste his time like you've wasted mine.
What is the meaning of this? We want no more alliances. The Touré have a mutual defense pact with the Voth, and it is quite sufficient for our needs. Begone! I do not wish to order our pickets to fire upon you, but I will if I must. The Voth are on their way. I'm sure of it.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Where are the Voth? Have the Voth abandoned us? Attention any Voth ships! This is a priority emergency! We are under attack!
Target shields have failed.
Have the Voth truly abandoned us to the Vaadwaur?
Target shields have failed. Target shields have failed.
While your ship may be formidable, it is still no match for the Voth. We have already chosen our ally. The Voth have been a power in this part of the galaxy longer than even the Vaadwaur. They are the first race in the quadrant and should be respected for their age and wisdom. You make some excellent points. You have given us much to think about. Upon consideration, I think this alliance is in the mutual benefit of all involved. I will take your offer to my superiors with my approval, and then we'll send an attaché to your flagship to work out the details.
It is agreeable that your efforts to recruit the Touré were successful. We are reaching out to their embassy to begin our cooperation immediately. Thank you.
Greetings. I am on my way with several cooperative ships. It was simple enough to get them onto our side, but the real problem now is with the Octanti. The Octanti consul should be at your location now. Please begin discussions without us. We shall be there soon.
Greetings. I am Ambassador Raric of the Octanti. I've examined the proposal your government's transmitted, and I'm afraid the Octanti people must decline. The Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic all give rank and commissions to Borg drones. You call them liberated, but they are still Borg. The Borg drove us off our homeworld and massacred our people. An alliance with them would be unthinkable. Borg are Borg. We will not join your alliance, and we never will. Our people have lost too much already. I won't be led into another unwinnable war.
This is 7 of 9. I have a priority message for the Octanti. Ambassador Raric, the Cooperative has a problem with which they require your assistance. An Octanti synthetic virus has infected a recently liberated cube, causing severe problems for the fragile consciousnesses of the former drones. They are falling to madness. Our sensors show the cube is moving in this direction. You are in danger. Unknown. We need the Octanti to transmit the shutdown code for the synthetic virus. If done quickly, the liberated Borg aboard the cube may recover.
Never! If the virus infected them, then our work is done. They will destroy themselves.
It's arriving now. Your time is up.
Lower! You're... prepare... assimilated!
Ambassador, please deactivate the virus. There are thousands of liberated Borg on that cube who need your help.
The Borg are a blight. The only course of action is extermination.
Raric! Where is Raric? I know he is here. Please, deactivate virus. Ah!
Mashk? Is that you? That's my brother. He and 4 other Octanti volunteered to be infected with the virus and taken by the Borg 7 years ago. I thought he was lost to us. Deactivating now. It's not working. The cube's automated defenses are too strong. We'll need to weaken it before I can transmit the code.
Alric, we intercepted a transmission about your meeting. It was right. You were here. I fought the madness to get to you. Dangerous. But I knew you would not abandon us. Thank you.
Mashk, I'm so overjoyed to see you. I never believed in this liberation idea. It was a fantasy. Grieving, but having seen it firsthand, hearing my brother's voice again, maybe I shouldn't have been so willing to dismiss hope. I will see that the Octanti people seriously consider your proposal. We need to reconsider many things.
We knew recruiting the Octanti was going to be problematic. You did exceptionally well with a very difficult task.
Oh, thank goodness you've arrived! I'm trying to work with the Hazari, but they are a demanding lot. They're using this opportunity to melt the Benthans for everything they've got. To say the least. First, they want the Benthans to void the warrants of 3 of the Hazari, Niken, Yatella, and Agrasa. Then they want 2 prisoners released. And if that weren't enough, they're demanding bounty hunting licenses for the Ramar, Zilnan, and Osprinti systems.
Pleasure to see you again. I assume you can speak with more authority than this Talaxian. Then I wish you good luck. Your offer is tempting, but we simply don't have any help to give you. All of my resources have to be focused on the Benthans breathing down our necks.
The Benthans usually have a ship patrolling this area of the system. It's a neutral ground, but they know what can happen in neutral areas. The ship should be able to contact the Benthen High Justicar for us. The Benthens keep a close eye on this system. Lots of deals are made here.
I am High Justicar Mathan. I was told you needed to speak to me on a critical matter. Oh? How can we assist you? It's always demands when it comes to the Hazari. Demands, deals, and contracts. Transmit their list. I haven't had a good laugh in days. There's no way we'd agree to all this. Sorry. Good point. I can rescind the warrants for Niken and Yakela, but not Negrassi. He's caused too much trouble to let him go free. And the prisoners, I'll exchange them for Niken, if the Hazari will give him up. He's been raising havoc in 3 sectors. I'll give them one of the systems for hunting, but not all 3. Let them choose which one they want.
Will they give us what we want? Of course we knew they wouldn't give us everything. But if you don't ask for everything, you won't get anything. What? Oh, I mean good. Let's see here. We give the Benthens Nikedon, and we get 2 of our captains back? Done. Nikedon is a Bashik Monar. I think the closest translation we have to your language is a pit where you throw your pack animal. Take him, but he won't go without a fight. Sure, I'll draw up the contract. Just transmit your authorization and you've got a deal. As soon as the Benthens deliver, the Hazari are part of your alliance. Nikedon is in hiding, but I'll give you an encoded signal to lure him out. He'll think it's one of our ships giving him the all-clear. You can use one of the Benthen satellites nearby to relay the signal. We send signals on them all the time. It'll lend to your credibility.
A trap? Fine. I'll kill you then, my so-called friends.
Ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
Fine. I won't lose my ship and crew for this. You've beaten me. What? The Benthens? I thought I'd be going to one of your prisons. I can escape from one of those in a week. Lowering shields now. Just don't vaporize me.
We should take our prisoner to that Benthen patrol ship. The Hazari seem a little too happy about this outcome. Even if Yadren doesn't like NgaiGeneration, I didn't think he'd be so quick to give him up to the Benthans. I don't think that's the case.
On behalf of all the Hazari, thank you for delivering that Gratok NgaiGeneration to the Benthans. Oh, what can it hurt now? We've got an airtight contract. Remember those hollow emitters we got from that Ferengi? He also sold us a nice, personal-sized one with a low-emission power pack. We gave that one to NgaiGeneration. Right about now, he should be slipping out of the brig and into the crew of that Benthan cruiser you delivered him to. A spy on the High Justicar's ship. We'll know everything. Not so fast. Our contract specifically states that you cannot interfere in the matter of Captain NgaiGeneration once you have delivered him to the Benthans. Telling them would be the very definition of interference.
And that's done. I'll meet you back at Voyager.
I understand the Hazari used the pretense of the Alliance to place a spy on the Benthan ship, and that their contact with us will be voided if we inform the Benthans of his presence. Fortunately, we have our own operatives in the Hazari organization. They will be able to marginalize the effectiveness of the Hazari spy, while still keeping them as a tool to use against the Vaadwaur.
Hello again. I thought it would be best if I used your bridge's hollow emitters for this conversation. I'm currently in disguise on board the Hierarchy ship as one of those potato-looking fellows, and I don't think you want to see any more of this than you have to. The Hierarchy assume I'm one of the crew. I've begun a review of their cost analysis matrix, which is what they use to determine if any particular course of action will be profitable. Right now, their ship is running silent, which means they're cloaked, and all higher-level computer functions are locked out. I need those to complete my review. You need to convince them to decloak. Hail them. Show them their cloak isn't enough to hide them from the Alliance. Then, you might be able to convince them to join. The ship is currently cloaked by one of the nav beacons in this region of space. Just head to the nav beacon, and you'll get their attention. The Hierarchy once corrupted my programming in an attempt to spy on Voyager. This seems fitting. These subroutines are quite useful.
That's
Perhaps
close
I'll write
enough.
a holonovel about my
I don't want any
experiences as a
trouble,
spy.
But I would like to know how you knew our location. Don't tell us your secrets and we won't tell you ours. As for your offer of an alliance, give me a moment to consider it.
The Hierarchy is consulting the cost analysis matrix. This is exactly what I needed. This is going to take some time. We'll need to stall them while I get what I need.
I am sorry, but the Hierarchy has evaluated the investment needed for such an undertaking, and we find that the Alliance ships are simply outmatched by the Vaadwaur. There's no profit in losing. We'll stay out of this fight.
I have an idea. Follow my lead. Perhaps we could arrange for a demonstration of their abilities. I could reroute the cloaking device through our main deflector dish and create convincing holographic targets for them to fight.
You could do that. Very well. That will show us what these Alliance ships are capable of. Then we'll run the numbers again. Are you ready to prove your worth?
2 holographic Borg probes coming up.
Borg probes? Hardly a challenge. I want something big. Give me a Vaadwaur. Also, I don't care if they can just defeat the hologram. I want to see how well this person works with their crew. Anyone can throw firepower at something. It's another thing to be a good manager of people.
1 Vaadwaur coming up. Matrix is struggling to adapt. Keep it up.
Target shield has failed.
The Matrix is struggling to adapt. Done. Now you can finish off the Vaadwaur. Here, let me give you a hand.
I don't believe it. Run the numbers again. Very well. It seems that we underestimated you. If other ships are like yours, we'll gladly join your alliance.
Excellent work, Doctor. Your recordings of the Hierarchy's cost analysis matrix will be a great benefit to Starfleet intelligence. And you. I must say, bringing the Hierarchy into the Alliance is quite unexpected. I thought it would take weeks of back-channel negotiations to make any progress with them at all. Thank you for taking a risk. Your show of power must have been most impressive.
Glad to see you. It seems the Kazon don't believe we have enough ships to stop the Vaadwaur. I keep telling them we'll have the numbers if we work together, but they keep insisting they need more information.
More ships! I demand to see more! Our scouts have reported seeing Voyager in the Delta Quadrant again. We want to see that ship!
Yes. I wonder... I'm going to try something. Things might get dicey if my suspicions are correct. Nellick, the USS Voyager is not available. If there is anything about it that you need to know, I can answer those questions. I was stationed on Voyager during its time here in the Delta Quadrant.
You were on Voyager? That's excellent news. If you're willing to vouch for your fleet's strength, Captain Kim, we are ready to join your alliance.
You're telling me... Wait a second. They just transmitted a coded signal. There's a ship just outside sensor range. Probably waiting for Voyager to arrive.
Ensign Harry Kim. Or is it Captain now? Finally got a promotion. I hope you enjoyed your life, Captain. It ends now.
I don't know. You have me at a disadvantage. You know my name, but I don't know who you are. At least give me the courtesy of an introduction to the man who's going to kill me.
My name is Sesson, But that means nothing to you. You would have known my mother. You served with her on Voyager until your Captain Janeway's hatred and prejudice drove her into exile with the Kazon, where she was a brave and capable leader. Tell me, Captain Kim, do you ever think about what you did to Seska?
Seska? Then you must be... We didn't even know you were still alive, Sessin. Your father took you when he left Voyager.
While Sessin and Captain Kim squabble over old hurts, I would like to make you an offer. My clan has taken over a new planet, but the climate is arid and water is in short supply. About 100 of your terraforming systems would change our prospects for the better. If you will provide them, I'll pledge the loyalty of the Kazon Relora to you right now, as well as the ships of all the clans who are our allies. How unfortunate. The Kazon Nistrum have agreed to give us some resources, but their price is high, and Sessin isn't the most trustworthy man to deal with. However, they are willing to help us, and you are not.
Shields up. Red alert. I knew Kazon could hold a grudge, but not for this long.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Not all the clans are siding with this. You are fighting with us.
Target shields have failed.
I apologize for the deception. Mage Session holds a great deal of power over the rest of the Kazon clans. I hope my actions here will convince you that our desire to assist you against the Vaadwaur is sincere.
The Kazon are very factional. I can believe that Sessin strong-armed them into acting as they did. I would like to welcome the Kazon Ogla and the other allied Kazon to the Alliance. I heard you tried to get the Kazon Relora to join the Alliance. I would have helped if I could, but I had my hands full with Sessin and the Kazon Nistrum. Sessin is obsessed with Voyager. I don't know what his father told him about us, but Seska was a thorn in our sides for most of our early time in the Delta Quadrant. She certainly wasn't the victim. She was the aggressor. It looks like her hatred of Voyager has been passed on to her son. I wish he could have had a better legacy. I'll return to Admiral Tuvok in the Alyan system. See you there.
Our success on this mission falls within expected parameters. Some of the races are willing to join us, but others did not see the wisdom of working together toward a common goal. we will continue our efforts. Perhaps if we take a different approach with those who are still reluctant, they will see the value of cooperation.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
The best chance we have at defeating the Vaadwaur is to build an alliance of all Delta Quadrant species. Some of them will need convincing. Go out there and show them that it's better to have us as a friend than an enemy.
Wonderful! Someone actually heard the distress call! Thank you for coming to help us! Our convoy has a shipment of defense satellites for an installation in the Necrit Expanse. Unfortunately, one of our ships had some difficulty maintaining their warp field and had to stop to make repairs. We couldn't leave it behind. Normally this wouldn't be a problem, but a Vaadwaur scout ship detected us and offered to assist. I was surprised myself, to be honest. Things were going well, until Captain Felis mentioned that Vaadwaur was a Talaxalsane word for foolish, and wondered why we would need their help. You're telling me the Vaadwaur scout was furious. He promised he'd be back shortly with a whole fleet of ships to put us Talaxians in our place. Well, there's not enough time. We've already detected Vaadwaur warp signatures on approach. They'll be here soon. I have an idea. We have the defense satellites. We have no means of deploying them, but your ship could do it. You could transport them from our cargo holds and deploy them in a perimeter around the convoy. Should give us a fighting chance. What do you think? Excellent. Now, because they were packed for storage, the satellites will take a little time to set up and deploy. But I think it's worth the risk. Are you ready to start? We've marked good locations for you to deploy defense satellites. Defense satellites have been hot commodities as of late. Between the Borg, species 8472, the Vaadwaur, and the Vaadwaur, one can never be too safe. Look out! It's a Vaadwaur patrol!
Ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
Another Vaadwaur patrol! They must have made them angry. Angrier!
Warning, ship is under attack. Rear shield failing. Warning, ship is under attack.
They'll be here any second!
Vaadwaur are arriving!
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
More Vaadwaur warping in!
Shields have failed. Target's shields have failed. Target's shields have failed.
Another group of Vaadwaur! Hopefully these are the last of them.
Target's shields have failed. shields have failed.
I think we're going to make it. Thank you for deploying those satellites and saving us from the Vaadwaur. We wouldn't have had a chance without your help. The Vaadwaur aren't foolish after all. They're vindictive and powerful. I think we'll try to avoid them in the future.